Hello, and welcome to this mini lecture on the impact of DiSC on coaching. In this mini lecture, we're going to take a look at how your DiSC style will influence your coaching approach, and specifically look at the strengths and challenges that you may find based upon your DiSC style when you approach a coaching interaction. Let's first do a refresher on our four primary DiSC styles. We have the dominant style, which is our very fast-paced, results-oriented style. Likes to get things done and get things done quickly. We have our I style, our influence style, which is very enthusiastic, and it shares that faster pace with the D style. However, it tends to be a bit more people-focused and more relationship-focused. It brings a lot of positive energy to those people interactions. Then we have our S style that shares that people orientation with the influence style. However, the S style is a more moderate pace, and it tends to focus more on being supportive in its relationships and being cooperative. At times it can be a very accommodating style. And then we have the C, the conscientiousness style, that shares the moderate pace with the steadiness style. However, it has a very strong focus on quality and accuracy. It's detail oriented. It likes a lot of information as it's working and making decisions. So those are our four primary DiSC styles. But what we need to remember is that we're all a blending of all four styles, which is very important when we approach coaching, because we sometimes need to tap into some of those different styles as we're approaching a coaching situation. So let's take a look at the impact of these different styles in a coaching situation, and particularly the strengths and challenges each style may face. So starting with the dominant style, our dominant style has a great strength in being fairly visionary. It likes to take a high-level look. It likes to look ahead and see what's coming. It offers a lot of challenges to people. It likes to be challenged and likes to make things happen and make things happen quickly. So oftentimes willing to take risks and encouraging people to take risks and not being concerned with mistakes that are made if we can quickly move on from them. Sees mistakes more as a learning opportunity. Some of the challenge that dominant style may find in coaching others is with that faster pace, they may get impatient and they may want things done more quickly. They may be too direct at times with people and then become unapproachable. And moving so fast, sometimes there may be a lack of clear direction, so people may become confused at times. So those are some things the dominant style needs to pay attention to when they're coaching. As we look at the influence style, one of the great strengths is their enthusiasm and their optimism. They're so encouraging and optimistic about people and what people can do and what people can accomplish. They really are good cheerleaders at supporting people going forward in some of their attempts at things that they're doing. Some of the challenges they have in coaching is that they may lack clarity or focus in their direction and their expectations. Some of their communication at times may be confusing to people because they tend to provide that broader scope look without some of the specifics that they may need to be sharing. So that can be hard for people sometimes. And additionally, I's may have a tough time delivering a tough message. So since it's hard for them sometimes to deliver that bad news, and in coaching situations we sometimes need to deal with the tough stuff, that may be harder for the I style. The steadiness style is excellent in a coaching role because of its supportive and helpful nature. It provides great guidance, and it's such good listeners that they're very helpful in being able to figure out what needs to be worked on with someone, and offering that guidance and support and teaching so that they are helpful in that way as far as how they coach with people. What S's need to be careful of in a coaching role is that sometimes they may lack flexibility. The process side of an S sometimes like things done a certain way, and so sometimes they may appear rigid in their approach, so they have to be careful about that. And also they may have a hard time being direct enough and delivering that tough message, similar to the I's. The conscientiousness style is excellent in a coaching role as far as their analytical nature. They really think through their coaching approach, and they think through what they want to accomplish, and they really have that good detailed thought about what they're looking for, their expectations. They really get people to achieve to very high standards because they expect those high standards. The tough side sometimes is that C may find it actually hard to delegate to people because they know how they want it done and they want it done their way. So that may be hard to delegate. And as we're coaching, we're also trying to develop people. So when it's hard to delegate, it's hard to develop. And sometimes their very thorough nature and all their information limits creativity of others, and it may not feel inclusive because they tend to work alone versus working in an inclusive nature, cooperating with others. So we all need to think about the strengths that we bring to a coaching situation because of our experience and our background, but also because of our DiSC styles, and also the challenges we may naturally face that we have to be aware of and adjust for. So as we continue to move forward, we want you to always be reflective about your approaches and your leadership styles. So we want you to stop and think about what strengths you have as a coach, what challenges you may have a coach, how your DiSC style is impacting how you coach, and be thinking about that as you come to class this week. Thank you for listening to this mini lecture, and we trust that it was helpful and gives you more food for thought. Thank you.